Welcome, all you last-minute shoppers, to a special Linecheck episode. Today in the studio, I have handy dandy Brandy. What's up?
Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
It's going great. Christmas is right around the corner, hence why I'm dressed like this.
I'm jealous.
And we have green for Christmas, because I guess green and red go together for Christmas and the holidays. And handy dandy Brandy makes cutting boards. As you can see, here is a mushroom, and behind us are some checkered boards. And today I wrote a very special holiday poem just for handy dandy Brandy.
A jingle.
It's a jingle. Here it goes, something like this. What's something you need before you cut? It's usually brown or colored depending on your cut. A knife can't live without it, just like peanut butter and jelly. Today I got someone who'll be handy. Maybe you'll sip on some brandy. Cutting your holiday turkey, she's got the board, and to keep it straight, you won't want to use it any other way. Hot dog or Playboy bunnies, cured meats, and cheesy connoisseurs. Meet handy dandy Brandy, cutting board extraordinaire. I used to write poetry when I was younger, and I would go to like this writer's block on the bluffs in Long Beach when I was like straight out of high school, and we'd all like write our like sad poetry to each other, or, like play acoustic guitar and songs. That was another life
So
before I
you've lived
started
in
cooking.
Long Beach for a while?
Yeah, for my whole life. Yeah, so that's a little
Cool.
bit about me.
Sweet.
How's your day today?
Good. I was a little nervous for this evening, but you're making it really easy.
Yeah, thank you. I try to
But
do
yeah, I
my
went
best.
to my friends, had a pop-up at Good Time. I'm like a vegan pop-up they're trying to do
Mm-hmm.
monthly. Got a sandwich.
Ooh,
Yeah.
yummy. What kind of sandwich did you get?
It was vegan turkey and vegan cheese and like this pesto on focaccia. It's really good.
Sounds good. I love sandwiches.
Mm.
So let's talk a little bit about Handy Dandy Brandy. How did you come up with the name, first of all?
Um, that's an easy question. My dad just started calling me that when I was really young. Um, I don't know, it just rhymed.
Yeah, it does rhyme. I mean,
And he's always showed me like how to do everything myself, or like change a tire and brakes and like hang photos or fix stuff. So I guess I've always got my confidence to be like a handy person through that, like just doing it on my own with him, or like
yeah, and I was gonna say it kind of reminds me of Home Improvement.
yeah.
I always wish I can do Tim Allen's voice that he does in the show, but I
even
can't do
even
it.
the
If
laugh.
I try to do it now, I would just sound horrible.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like playing it on repeat and I couldn't do it either.
I used to love that show so much. Yeah. So like, how did you get into woodworking and like?
I went to school for design, and I like learned how to do a lot of stuff on the computer and a bunch of different other mediums. And I got a job in graphic design and just kind of missed the hands-on part. And so I started collecting tools off Craigslist and slowly got into woodworking myself. And you can kind of learn everything on YouTube that you need to.
Yeah, yeah.
So kind of learned a little bit of the safety, and then like just got the confidence to try it one tool at a time until I was able to make more stuff. And then started selling boards through, I took another class at Cerritos. They have a really good woodworking program. And we learned to make a cutting board there. And then it was around the holidays, and I was like, I'm gonna make more and sell more. Like I always monetized my hobbies. But I completely sold out like 40 boards, like everything I made. So I was like, I think I can make something of this,
Yeah.
and just kept hustling. And it's like such a rush to make a sale that I just kept feeding the beast.
Wow. So right here we have a mushroom board. What do you say would go good on that one? Some sautéed mushrooms.
Yeah. So mainly like I'd say people use them for charcuterie, like
Mhm.
the cute shaped ones. I do have the ones that are like triangle that I think are better for chopping on.
Yeah.
And those ones hide the knife marks really well too.
And also play checkers.
Yeah, a lot of people ask me to like make a chess
Uh-huh.
size one, but
Yeah.
I don't play chess. I don't
Yeah.
want to be like
I
a
suck at
poser.
chess. I only got into chess when I started watching what's that show? Someone tell
Yeah, the
me,
Queen's
yeah, the
Gambit.
Queen's Gambit.
Yeah.
So I started playing chess after I watched the show, and it
Oh,
lasted like probably a week,
okay.
and then I haven't played chess since. Um, and then you have this board right here. All you '90s heads, early
Mm-hmm.
2000s people
Yeah.
would love this
I feel
one.
like that one a lot of people buy for their little brothers,
Mhm.
or I feel like it's a really good brother
Yeah, this
gift.
is what I used to make in my journal when I was
Yeah.
in middle school.
Yeah, we're all artists. Like this
Yeah.
is
How do you draw it again? You do three lines equally, and then you
honestly,
connect the lines together, right?
honestly, I need a piece of paper. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
It's all just lines.
Yeah. This is iconic,
Yeah.
y'all. Yeah, I should buy this one.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this reminds me of like Slipknot and Corn and Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, I love this one. And then you also have this other alien board right here, which is also very 2000s.
Yeah.
It
Maybe my
reminds
all
me
my
of,
designs are kind of like just
yeah,
little sketchbook things, huh?
yeah. This one's super cool. It's like the cute alien.
Yeah, that's one of the I have a couple that have juice grooves, but that's like one of two or three maybe that have the juice
Hmm.
groove.
If you guys can take a little closer look. And make sure you follow Handy Dandy Brandy, as is on Instagram. Do you have an online store or
Yeah, handydandybrandy.com.
easy?
It's a good store. I did the website myself. I spent a lot of time on it, and
Awesome.
I feel like it's pretty easy to shop and figure
Mhm.
out. And I offer customizations too, and you can just like add I can add whatever you want, a last name, like an inside joke in any font. So
Wow.
a lot of people like to upgrade
Mhm.
with that, makes it
I'm gonna
personalized.
point here because that's where the link's gonna be. Um, what's the coolest cutting board or whatever board you've made, or your
um,
most favorite
Want to
one?
grab the strawberry for me? This one, I feel like when people see it on my online
Uh huh.
shop, they like follow me instantly because it's like really complicated. It uses a lot of different types of wood. Everyone's like, how did you do that?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it involves like every tool I have in my shop, including my CNC. That's how I was able to like connect them. But all this is freehand on the bandsaw.
Yeah, this one's really cool because you have the top right here of the strawberry. And like to me, like I think of like you're talking to me about the woodworking side of it, and then to me I'm thinking of the fruit side of it. It's the details. It's like super cool. You have the stem of the strawberry
Yeah.
and you have the
And
strawberry
I
itself.
tried to get all my like inspiration through the colors of the wood and things that actually are that color. So there is no wood that's really green. So I was like, what could still translate? Because
Hmm.
I used a white wood for the leafy part, but I think it still translate well, even
Yeah, it's
though
super cute. I love
because
this
I
one.
don't use any like dyes or stains on any of them. All that's like the natural color of the wood.
And next we have a, what is this called? I'm just kidding. It's a
So
pretzel.
we
Uh
just had an Oktoberfest. Like,
it's got little sea salt on it. It's
mm-hmm.
not sea salt, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And then the hollowed insides right here to put whatever you want.
Yeah.
Marbles,
Mm-hmm.
weed,
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just food either,
yeah,
because
could be your jewelry.
I use a finish that's like a universal finish that was originally intended as a flooring finish. So it's really durable, but it's all natural
This one's
and
super light too
non-toxic. Yeah, I
compared to
think
the other
because
ones.
it's like hollowed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's super light.
But yeah, it could be like a catch-all for
Yeah. This
bedside.
would also be nice like on a coffee table.
Hmm.
You want to put your keys in it
Yeah.
or
Yeah,
quarters or chain,
exactly.
whatever. Yeah, I like this one too. So you also have cutting boards, and I'm gonna go grab those right now. I just can't move the microphone. We have to play like freaking what's that game called again?
Limbo.
Yeah, Limbo. So this one is just like a regular kind of standard cutting board.
Yeah, so they all are the same. None of them are end grain cutting boards,
Mm-hmm.
which that's the best for chefs because it's the softer part of the wood, so it'll be easier on the knives. But I really just focus on making like every like an everyday easy board. You're not going to be too rough on it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't do a ton of cooking myself,
Yeah,
but it's great for me just like prepping a few veggies and yeah.
this one's awesome. I like this one.
Yeah.
I definitely it's like light. It's super like sturdy and hard. I definitely like to see how it cuts with a knife. I really don't like the cutting boards where it like this one feels like it wouldn't get engraved too much with like a sharp knife because some of the
Yeah.
like wood boards that I've used, they're just like they impress like really easily into a board.
Yeah.
And
I'm sure you keep
yeah,
your knife
yeah,
sharp as a chef.
sharp as a knife could be. Yeah, but this one's
Yeah.
super nice. Definitely all you guys should check this one out if you are interested in buying any cutting boards just for personal use or maybe in the kitchen. I don't know what the frick if it has to be NSF. Say, you know, it's like this is not the standard cutting board you can have in a restaurant. You know,
Yeah.
all the
Which
people out
is,
there.
yeah, I don't know what the rules are. I just recently came upon some study that was like done in
Mhm.
1994 by Dr. Dean Cliver or something that said wood cutting boards are more sanitary than plastic just because they isolate the bacteria after like a few minutes, like it's undetectable, but plastic like
Yeah,
was
I
almost eight
hate plastic
times
cutting boards.
more
Yeah.
bacteria on it. But I'm no expert, but that's just I saw it on TikTok.
Yeah, we might get some feedback on that from
Yeah.
from all the cooks out
Yeah,
there. What?
let's get the comments going.
Yeah.
Let's get the algorithm.
Um yeah, so definitely love a wooden cutting board more than a plastic cutting
Yeah,
board.
it they are all easier on your knives than a
Hmm.
plastic cutting board's going to be. But you definitely have to clean your board regardless and um just keep have it's more of an upkeep though than plastic. I will say that. But it's definitely better on your knives.
Yeah. What's the craziest design you've had to do? Either customize it from somebody or maybe just yourself?
I mean,
Anything?
craziest. The strawberry for me is the craziest just because there's like a 4-day gluing process. I kind of stopped taking custom requests so I could focus just on what I want to do.
Hmm.
But when I first started, I was definitely taking whatever I could get.
Yeah.
And I feel like I put my time in doing that. So I'm like, no customs.
Yeah, yeah,
But I'll add your name to it if you want.
yeah. What's the process? Like how long does it usually take just to make one board?
It depends. It got a lot quicker when I got my CNC machine this year, which is like the computer helps you and you just line it up and you have your router. Um, so that's helped me. So now they take like maybe 2 to 4 hours each to make.
Mm-hmm. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
And how many do you usually do? Like, do you usually just do like one in a day, or do you
It's a
do like
process.
multiple
So
at a time?
I have like a limited amount of clamps. So I always try to keep my clamps like going because they all require different glue ups. Like in this one, you can see there's 3 different pieces of
Mm-hmm.
wood because when you buy wood, the larger the piece of wood is, if it's a wider piece, it costs more money. So to save money, you can get smaller pieces and glue those up.
Oh, cool. Do you source your wood from like somewhere specific or?
Yeah, I go to Austin Hardwoods in Santa Ana. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they have the best selection near here. I wish Long Beach had a lumber yard, but we don't.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like a bunch of lumber that you just like pick out, hand pick.
Yeah, yeah, that's important too. I feel like I definitely look at each piece that I want and envision like what is this going to be
Mm-hmm.
good for? Like the mushroom, I like a trippier pattern for the stem, and I like for the S thing, I like a clean piece of maple.
That's super cool. So why do you think every chef should own one of your cutting boards?
'Cause they're cute.
Hmm. And chefs
And
are cute these days.
yeah. And you'll get more
Uh-huh.
followers.
Yeah. You can impress all your friends at your
Yeah.
dinner party.
Yeah, they're just like, "Oh my
Yeah.
God."
Impress your potential new partner for a
Yeah.
private dinner.
Yeah. But as we are saying, I can't argue with anyone like are they more sanitary? It's just something I heard. But I know they're easier on your knives.
Yes.
And I wish I made butcher blocks for all the chefs, but it takes a lot of time, and
Yeah.
most people aren't willing to spend like as much money as it takes time.
Hmm.
So I like to make like more things and get them out to more people than just focus. That's why I got into cutting boards
Yeah.
rather than furniture,
Hmm.
because I'd rather have a lot of people have one of my things than like one rich person have
Yeah.
one.
So would you be open to making butcher blocks, or is that
Down the line, maybe
like
if I got some
like a
help.
bigger place maybe, or you
Yeah.
need more help?
Like I definitely have ideas sketched out of different butcher blocks I want to make, but so far recently I've had a lot of new followers and like a lot of customers,
Hmm.
so it's just been hard to
Yeah.
keep up, which
Well,
is a really good
if I
problem.
ever have a restaurant, I'm gonna have you make a butcher block for me.
Okay.
If you have the capability of
Yeah.
doing it when that time comes,
Yeah.
which hopefully will,
Yeah.
because I've always
That'd be
wanted a butcher block.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I get my workshop and extra set of hands,
There you
we'll
go.
do it.
Yeah. Um, so do you have any plans for your holidays?
Well, this is my busiest season,
Like
so
you said,
I'm
your first,
yeah.
like when you started going was holiday season.
Yeah, even before I had like a lot more customers, it's just I've been working up till Christmas and maybe even after, people being like, "Oh, I wanted this shape and it's okay if I get it later." So I consider myself a Christmas elf in the
Yeah.
workshop. That's like where I am.
Um, yeah, my sister would definitely love one of these boards because I think she makes charcuterie boards like every day of her life.
Yeah,
And so I think she
that's
would
what they
really
call
love like
girl dinner
a
now,
cute
right?
one like this.
Yeah, she needs one.
Mm. So with releasing this episode, would this make you more busier than you already would be?
No, it's come on. Come on, come
Bring it
all.
on. Bring it on.
Visit my shop.
Yeah.
I will crank them out till my fingers fall off.
Oh no, that sounds bad. You need an elf in there for sure.
Yeah.
Um, so how has it been since like you've started? Like, what's the growth been like as like a person? Have you like grown as like an individual, as in seeing your business grow, and like through like starting out really small and then now becoming like a little bit bigger?
Um, I don't feel like I've grown as a person. I don't
Sorry,
know.
that was a weird question. Um, how has it been just like starting off small and then starting to like grow
Yeah.
into like a
Oh, I feel
bigger
like
small
that
business?
that is the best way to do it because
Mhm.
you can kind of dip your toes in and see if this is going to work. You don't, you're not really losing anything. I didn't like take a loan out or anything. I've been working out of my garage since the beginning, just buying the tools that I could, and expanding slowly. And it's a good way to just test out if it's going to work or not and if people are going to react to it without marketing and all the fancy bells and
Mhm.
whistles.
Did you see yourself like doing this like as a small business before
Never,
you started, or
yeah,
just kind of just
never,
was like, hey,
yeah,
I'm just gonna do this, and then
yeah,
like for fun, right? And
yeah.
then it just kind of
Well,
just
it was always, I
like
always
a
loved
passion.
selling
Yeah.
stuff. Like when I was little, I would be in school like with a sheet, like who wants a custom beady keychain?
Mm-hmm.
Like I have
I
these
remember that.
different options
Yeah,
like in my backpack. So I've always been kind of a hustler and just like making stuff. And it's really nice just being in my workshop like by myself. I can turn everything else off and um, yeah, it's my
that's
favorite
lovely.
part.
Is it super loud in there when you're working?
Yeah, definitely have to wear earphones. I'm very glad we don't have a lot of neighbors. Like one neighbor is a liquor store, then other neighbor is hardly ever home. He has a few houses, I think.
Oh wow.
I think he's a rapper. He
And what?
travels a lot.
What?
Sometimes I
Yeah.
hear him like recording.
Uh-huh. It's like we're both
So we're
doing
both,
stuff
yeah. But
loud. Yeah.
if I hear him recording, I will go walk the dogs or
Mm-hmm.
something and give him his time.
Mm-hmm. What has been like the most beneficial part to doing this? Just
Um,
like freedom.
yes, just being fulfilled every day. Like, I don't feel like I'm gonna have any regrets ever.
And you are your own boss.
Yeah, yeah,
That's always good.
yeah. It's not like I never hated working for other people
Mm-hmm.
either. Like, I feel like I miss it sometimes, like having coworkers or that interaction, but I also get it a lot through the internet. Like, I feel like I've built a really strong community there too. I always try to like build up my fellow makers, and I feel like that's how I've been able to gain a lot of my support and following.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so your videos on Instagram. Do you have TikTok too?
Not really.
Yeah.
I feel like I just put all my focus
Uh-huh.
on one thing and
Yeah, it's
like this
exhausting doing
is
multiple
yeah,
like
and because they
social
don't
media
work
accounts. No,
exactly
they
the
don't.
same either. You can't
Yeah.
just upload the same video and it's gonna work.
Yeah, it'd
So
be cool if you can just like upload to Instagram and then it automatically uploads to TikTok as
yeah,
well, but you have
yeah.
to like
No, they're
you
like
can't.
dueling. They
Yeah.
don't
They don't
let
like each
you.
other.
If they see the watermark, they're like, mm-mm.
Yeah. But yeah, you have some fun, cool videos on Instagram
Yeah, it's
that are
helped me a
like
lot.
very like personable and relatable, and people just like to see what you do.
Yeah.
Like
I
instead
feel
of just
like
like
that's
showing a board, it's like this is
yeah.
the person behind the board that's making the board.
Yeah, that
That's
helps a
actually
lot.
doing it.
Yeah, people love to see how things are made too. So it's been a really easy transition to show the product and how it's made.
Mhm.
And I feel like that helps a lot if anyone's trying to grow their
Yeah.
business
Yeah.
that way. People love behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes are great. So yeah, if you call 1-800 Handy Dandy Brandy, you can get yourself your own cutting board for the holiday season. And just kidding, that's not a real number. But that's it, and that's your line check for today. Hope you guys all have a great holiday season, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.